Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. Today I'm going to read a story about some kids that go on some great adventures. And they go on these adventures through the storybooks that are read to them by their teacher. The title of the story is Miss Smith Under the Ocean. The author is Michael Garland. Oops. And you can see that there's Miss Smith. She's reading some books just like I read to you, and all of their adventures. Let's find out what happens. Well, class, I hope you all enjoyed today's trip to the aquarium, Miss Smith said to her students after they got off the bus at their destination. Much of the earth is covered by water. There's more water on earth than there is land, and it is home to all kinds of plant and animal life. Today, we are going to read from some wonderful stories that take place on the high seas, said Miss Smith, opening her book and starting to read. Zach really loved hearing his teacher, Miss Smith, read from her incredible storybook. Whenever she read from the book, the stories actually came to life. It's kind of like a magic book. I wish I had a magic book. Miss Smith's first words were, "The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat." In an instant, Miss Smith and the whole class were crowded into the little green boat with the owl and the pussycat bobbing up and down on the waves far from any shore. So you can see, here they are. There's the owl, there's the pussycat. We see some seagulls. And I know Mrs. Lorenzo read a story about the beach today too. And so we're kind of at the beach as well. Kind of just out on the ocean though. And some dolphins. The owl and the pussycat looked surprised to see so many people with them, but Miss Smith didn't miss a beat. She opened a book and started to read again, but this time she read from Moby Dick. That's the whale, a big, huge whale. Just then, a huge white whale lunged out of the water and splashed down next to their boat, nearly capsizing them. Oh my goodness, capsizing them, they would be knocked over. When the boat finally finished rocking, Sue Ann asked Miss Smith if she would read her favorite story, The Little Mermaid. No sooner had she started to read than Zach spotted a fish tail flopping in the water. The class could see that it was the Little Mermaid herself, but she was tangled in a castaway fish net. "We have to save her," shouted Zach. So there they are going along in their boat, and they have to save the Little Mermaid. The pussycat quickly steered the pea-green boat to one side of the twisted net. Then some of the class reached over and grabbed it so the little mermaid could get free. They're working together. They're helping one another. "Oh, thank you," said the mermaid after she was pulled up into the boat. "You're just in time for a story," Miss Smith said to the little mermaid. "Oh, goody. I love pirate tales," answered the mermaid. Miss Smith started to read Treasure Island. It's about some pirates. And sure enough, a short distance away, everyone saw a pirate ship. It was stranded high and dry on a big rock that stuck out in the water. Look at that. That boat is stuck. It's not going to go anywhere. The little green boat carefully approached the grounded ship. "Ahoy there! Anybody home?" shouted Miss Smith. "Ahoy yourself!" "We're home all right, and we're stuck too," said Captain Long John Silver, as he leaned over the rail with the rest of his cranky crew of pirates. "Can we help?" Zach asked. Long John Silver replied, "Yes, you can. We were searching for the island where the buried treasure when we ran aground. Can you mateys give us a ride?" Mateys means friends. Without even waiting for an answer, the pirates climbed down from their ship and squeezed into the pea-green boat. Oh my goodness, look at how many people are in there now. I don't think they can fit any more. "There's an island close by," said the little mermaid. "Maybe that's where you buried your treasure." So they headed there while Derek took the book and started to read from a story called Robinson Crusoe. When they reached the beach, a very happy man dressed in ragged clothes greeted them. He got stuck on the island. That's Robinson Crusoe. Am I glad to see you, said Robinson Crusoe. I've been shipwrecked here so long, it's very lonely. Would you like to hear a story, Mr. Crusoe? Would I ever, he said. Oh my goodness, look at that. Zach took the book and chose a story called Gulliver's Travels. As soon as he started reading, they could all hear a faint voice being carried by the wind. Help me, help me. The voice was coming from a sailor named Gulliver. He was tied down to the ground by an army of tiny people called Lilliputians. Shoo, shoo, said Mrs. Smith. The Lilliputians scattered, and Miss Smith and her class helped untie the man. Thank you very much, said Gulliver. Then they noticed that the wind was picking up and blowing dark storms in their direction. So they saved him. Look, he was all tied down. What do we do now? Miss Smith thought. I know. She picked up her incredible storybook and started reading a story called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The next moment, the Nautilus submarine appeared by the shore. This is a submarine. It goes underneath the water. The hatch opened, and Captain Nemo popped out. Can I be of assistance? He asked. His voice could barely be heard above the roaring wind. Yes, a short trip in your submarine would be wonderful right now, Miss Smith shouted back. By all means, welcome aboard, said Captain Nemo with a wave of his cap. Once everyone was safely aboard, the Nautilus disappeared below the crashing waves into a quiet undersea world. The submarine glided through the deep blue water. The view from the potholes was spectacular. A pothole is a window in a submarine, these little windows here. Everywhere the class looked, there was strange and colorful fish. Captain Nemo gave a tour and explained everything they were seeing. The Nautilus was built to study the world under the oceans and let people know how important it is to the Earth. Just then, the Nautilus began to shake violently. You see it right there? What do you think that is? Let's find out. Oh my goodness. Through the portholes, the class could see that a giant squid was attacking the sub. It wrapped its tentacles around the Nautilus and lifted it right out of the water. It seemed as though the submarine would snap like a pretzel. Somebody do something, screeched Sue-Ann. Full speed ahead, said Zach, tugging Nemo's sleeve. Captain Nemo cranked up the engines until they roared. The submarine could barely inch forward, but the giant squid held on tight. Everyone closed their eyes. Then finally, the giant squid lost its grip. And the sub shot up through the water. They were safe. When the Nautilus surfaced, the storm was over and the sun was setting. Miss Smith, the class, and the whole cast of storybook characters assembled on top. Well, it's been quite an exciting day, but it's getting late, said Miss Smith. Then she finished reading the end of each story so all the characters could go back into the incredible storybook. When she read the very last word, quick as a flash, the class was back at the aquarium, heading for the bus. Zach thought to himself, I'll never look at the ocean the same way again. And there they are walking around the aquarium. Now, I love to read books, and I especially love to read them to you. Let me know what your favorite book is, if you have a favorite one, and I would love to read it to you in class if I have it, and that way I can share your favorites with the rest of our class. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.